Illinois Department of Natural Resources presents Hey, IDNR, how do I...
How do I preserve leaves? In this podcast, you'll be shown 3 ways to preserve leaves: water and glycerin, plant press, iron and waxed paper. Try all 3 methods, but do so only with permission and adult supervision. One way to preserve leaves is with a mixture of glycerin and water. Get a shallow pan, put a little layer of water in the bottom, enough to cover the leaves that you are going to be preserving. Take that water, dump it into a measuring cup so you know how much that you have, because you're going to want to use a 2-to-1 water to glycerin ratio for this mixture. So however much water that you have in your cup, take half of that, add that much glycerin. Make sure that water is a little bit warm, not really hot, but warm. That will help the glycerin dissolve a little bit better in the water. Place your leaves in the pan. Cover them up with your glycerin and water mixture. And then you want to cover it with something non-absorbent. This is just a piece of a plastic plate that I have cut to fit the shape of the pan. You want to put that in there. Make sure those leaves are submerged. Put something on top to weight it down. Let it sit for 2 to 6 days, and your leaves will come out quite nicely preserved. These I let stay in just a little bit too long, so their color isn't quite as brilliant, but they are nice and pliable, and these will last quite a while. Another great way to preserve your leaves is nothing more than a plant press. Plant press is something that you have set up so you're able to squeeze those leaves to get the moisture out. We actually have a plant press made from wood with corrugated cardboard on the inside. Take a corrugated cardboard, put a piece of something absorbent. I like to use newspaper. Arrange your leaves, keep them in one layer, and you can put all different kinds of leaves in here. That's what's really neat about a plant press. Put those in, put another piece of newspaper on the top, cover them up, get the top of your plant press. Now, from this point, a couple of things you can do. I have some heavy-duty nylon straps that I use to help squeeze this plant press together. Velcro straps will work great. And also, just a couple, well, probably 5 or 6 big books. Set those on top of your plant press. Let it sit for a couple, 3-4 days, and you will have preserved leaves. Now, with the plant press, essentially, you're taking your plant, your leaf, and you're removing the moisture. So these are wonderfully pressed. They're very well preserved. However, these are very brittle. Be careful with these, and they will last a long time. Caution, the iron will be very hot. When using this method to preserve your leaves, make sure you do so only under the supervision of an adult. You can also use a hot iron and waxed paper. Get a space or place that is safe to iron on. Put a towel down. Get your piece of waxed paper. Put that down and take the leaf that you want to preserve and put it in the waxed paper. Fold the waxed paper over so it's completely covered, and then fold your towel over as well and get that ready to iron. Now make sure your iron is hot. No steam, but make it good and hot, because you're actually just trying to melt the wax in the waxed paper. You're going to start to iron it. You're going to iron it for probably 4 to 5 minutes on each side to get that paper really good and melted together. Flip it over. Iron it again for 4 to 5 minutes on the other side, and you will come out with your wax paper melted together, your leaves preserved in it very nicely, and this too will last for quite a while. Cut out the shapes, and away you go. Why should I preserve leaves? It helps in tree identification. It helps you learn about different leaf types. It helps you learn about different leaf sizes. But most of all, it's fun.